Hi, and welcome back to Twirl Craft Studio. So excited to have you here today. I thought today we were going to try a new craft. Again, I love these air plants. We're going to do an air plant holder, but it's going to also be with some nice colored two-tone string. So if you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button and let's dive in. You'll need a wooden hoop or ring, some macrame cord or cotton rope, a bit of copper wire for the accent swirl, and of course, an air plant. These little guys are lightweight, so no soil, no fuss. Just give them a mist once in a while and they'll be happy. Start by taking your cord and looping it evenly around the hoop. I'm alternating white cord at the top with a natural beige at the bottom for a pretty two-tone look. Think of it as giving the hoop a little macrame sweater. Now, the trick here is consistency, but don't stress if it isn't absolutely perfect. I found using a little dab of glue keeps the string from moving around, so it maintains more consistency. Honestly, I kind of like it when the cords aren't lined up like soldiers. It gives it that handmade, rustic vibe, like it was made by a very chill person, not a robot. And besides, when someone compliments it, you can just say, "Oh, those little quirks? That's called artistic character." A little tip: keep some tension on the cord as you wrap so it doesn't flop around later. If you notice a gap, just scoot it over, kind of like rearranging people in a group photo until everyone fits. You know how someone always blinks right when the camera goes off? Yeah, cords do the same thing. They like to slide around when you're not looking. I also love mixing the cord colors here because it gives you this natural ombre effect without having to dye anything. And it's kind of satisfying watching it transform from plain hoop to this textured, cozy piece of decor. You'll start to see it coming together and think, wow, I made that with just some string and patience, and maybe a few cups of coffee. And hey, if you're wrapping along with me right now, take a second to breathe, shake out your hands, and remember, it's wall art, not a math test. Crafting is supposed to be fun. Now for the fun part. Let's dress this up with a little copper wire. I'm starting by twisting the wire into a spiral right at the top. Think of it like making a tiny cinnamon roll, except this one won't disappear with your morning coffee. From there, bend the wire down into a decorative accent, but don't worry. This isn't what's actually holding the plant. It's more of a stylish headpiece, like jewelry for your macrame hoop. Now, here's where we get a little hands-on. We're going to create a string cradle to hold the air plant. I'm using 3 cords tied around the hoop, spaced out like a triangle. This part can be a little tricky because you want all 3 cords to stay even so your plant sits upright, not like it's sliding off a hammock after a long nap. The trick? Adjust, adjust, and adjust again. Pull on one cord, then the next, until the little triangle feels balanced. Think of it like tuning a guitar, except instead of music, you're making a comfy hammock for your plant baby. Once the cords are balanced, tie them securely, and you'll see this little pocket forming, perfect for tucking in your air plant. Give it a test by placing the plant inside and making sure it sits snugly. If it wobbles a bit, just keep shifting the cords until it feels secure. Trust me, your plant will appreciate the extra effort. Next, do a little macrame above the loop. I am using both string colors to tie everything together. Now you've got a boho chic air plant holder. Hang it on the wall by a sunny window or gift it to your plant-loving friend who kills succulents but swears they'll keep this one alive. And that's it. Super simple, budget-friendly, and it adds a little natural vibe to any space. Thanks for coming on this crafting journey with me. And remember, stay crafty and keep on twirling.